Hi. Welcome. Say hi, Boomer. If you'd like, you can go ahead and get started, coming into a child's pose. Starting out in Balasana, child's pose. Sending your hips back to your heels. You can even take the knees wide apart if you'd like. And lowering your chest down towards the floor. Resting your forehead or your cheek or chin to the mat. Just begin to notice your breath. Notice the natural flow of your breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Notice if your eyes are open or closed. When our bodies and our minds are relaxed, our eyes will naturally close. With your next inhale, take a long, deep breath in through your nose. Fill all the way up from the bottom of your belly, through your rib cage to the very top of your chest. And as you exhale, slowly empty out that air all the way from your chest, down through your rib cage to the bottom of your belly. Breathe out that last bit of air. And at the bottom of your exhale, start to fill back up. A deep breath in through your nose. Filling from bottom to top, as if you're filling up a glass of water. At the very top of your inhale, slowly begin to exhale. Emptying all of that air out. Release your breath completely. And at the bottom of your exhale, start to fill back up again. A deep breath in through your nose. At the very top of your inhale, slowly start to exhale and empty out. Feel the shoulders fall and the rib cage contract. The belly pull in on that last bit of breath. And with your next inhale, a deep breath in through your nose. Begin to shift forward all the way. Lengthening your legs long behind you and press into your hands. You can even come into a lower heart opener, bending the elbows. Maybe hands can stay underneath the shoulders. And you give a gentle press up. Or if you'd like, you can already go into that full extension of the arms. Lifting your heart. Deep breath in here as you open. And then as you exhale, send your hips back to your heels, back into that child's pose. Breathe out all of your air, empty completely. On your next inhale, shift forward, lift your head and your heart, open up. Deep breath, expanding the lungs. And then exhale, empty out as you send your hips back. Completely release all of that air out. As you breathe in, shift forward again. You might even still have your eyes closed here as you're moving back and forth. Just a few more times with your breath, long, slow, deep breathing. Just moving to the rhythm of your breath. About 4 to 6 seconds on each inhale and each exhale. Really long, deep breaths. One more time. Inhale, shift forward. Lift your head and heart. This time as you exhale, tuck your toes under and send your hips to the sky. Lifting your hips up high and pressing down through your heels. You can pedal the feet back and forth, nice and slow, with your breath, side to side. On your next exhale, walk your hands all the way back to your feet, to the very back of your mat, coming into a forward fold. You can give a soft bend in the knees here. Inhale, lift halfway up and lengthen your spine. Hands come to your shins, or you can keep your fingertips on the mat. Lengthen the back, chin forward. Exhale, fold, chest to thighs. Tuck your chin. Inhale, slowly rise all the way to standing as you root through your feet. Reach your arms over your head and take a little back bend at the top. And as you exhale, fold all the way down. Tuck your chin, chest towards your thighs. Again, a soft bend in the knees here is fine. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands back out to that upside down V or that downward facing dog. Inhale, gently lower your knees all the way down to the mat. And exhale, send your hips back into your child's pose. As you send your hips back and chest over your thighs, settling back into this posture here. Come back to your breath and know that at any point during your practice today, you can come to this posture and rest. With your next inhale, shift forward. Lift your head and heart, open up. Exhale, tuck your toes and your hips to the sky and walk your hands back to your feet, coming to that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll up, nice and slow. Reach your arms overhead. Take that back bend. Exhale all the way back down, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, walk your hands back out to that downward facing dog. Inhale, lower to your knees. Exhale, child's pose, hips to your heels. Start to find your own rhythm now. As you inhale, shift forward, lift and open. Exhale, walk the hands back to your feet. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Lift your arms. Exhale, all the way back down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk your hands out. Downward dog. Inhale, lower to your knees. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, shift forward. Lift. Exhale, hips high. Walk the hands back. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up. Reach up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk the hands out. Inhale to your knees, nice and easy. Exhale, child's pose. So you start to move with your breath. Inhale forward, lift and open. Take it at your own pace. Exhale, hips high, walk the hands back. Listening to your body. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up. Reach your arms. Lift your chin. Exhale, back down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk it out. Inhale to your knees. Exhale, child's pose. Take it one more time through the rhythm of your breath. Maybe even moving with your eyes closed this time. Once you come back to your child's pose, just stay there. Connect with your breath. Notice how you're feeling in your body. With your next inhale, shift forward to your hands and your knees. Exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips to the sky. Inhale, raise your right leg to the sky, lift it high, point your toes. Exhale, step your right foot softly between your hands. Try not to make a sound as you lower that right foot down. And then release your left knee to your mat. Top of your left foot flat. Inhale, root into the right foot and the left knee. Reach your arms up over your head. Take a little back bend here. Hands can be apart, or you can press the palms together, maybe even interlacing the fingers. Taking this little back bend, you're stretching through the top of your left thigh into your hip flexor as you send the hips forward and getting a little back bend. As you exhale, release your hands to the mat. Send your hips back towards your left heel, and you might even go halfway back, straightening that right leg. Or you can come all the way back and sit on top of that left heel and lower your chest over your right thigh, coming into a half split. Feeling a deep stretch through your right hamstring. Tuck your chin. Lower your chest towards your thigh. And with your next inhale, walk your hands forward. Tuck your left toes under. Lift the left knee off the mat. Raise your right arm to the sky. As you inhale, reach the right arm high. Take that twist. And exhale, release your right hand down and step your right foot back. Downward facing dog. Long, deep breath. Start again with the left leg. Inhale your left foot high. Raise it to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands to the top of your mat. Soft landing. Lower your right knee down. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Taking that back bend, coming into your low lunge. You reach up, lift your chin. Exhale, send your hips back towards your right heel. Again, you can go halfway back and kind of keeping the hips up off the mat. Still getting a good stretch through the left hamstring here. You might even flex the foot and lower the chest a bit more. Or you can come all the way back and sit on that right heel. Either way, half split, however it works for you today. And you might notice you're more flexible on one side than the other, so just honor wherever you're at. And then inhale, walk the hands forward. Bending into your left knee once again. Tuck your right toes under. Lift your right knee off the mat. And reach your left arm to the sky. Dragonfly twist. Really open up through the left shoulder. Exhale, release your left hand down and step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Take it again on the right leg. Inhale, right foot goes high. Deep breath in. Exhale, step to the top. Lower your left knee down. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Low lunge, deep breath. Exhale, hips send backwards. Right leg straightens, fold, half split. Inhale, walk the hands forward. Lift the left knee off as you raise the right arm. Dragonfly twist. Exhale, release the right hand and step back, downward facing dog. Take it on your left leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step through. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, twist. Exhale, downward dog. Long, deep breaths. Eyes closed if you can. Right leg goes high. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale. Moving to the rhythm of your own breath now. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take it through to the rhythm of your breath. One more time on each side. Long, slow, deep breathing. Once you finish that last time through, come back to a resting pose. You can come to downward facing dog or child's pose. You may be wondering why I keep saying to try and close your eyes as you're moving through this slow flow. And one of the reasons is when your eyes are closed, you're challenging your balance in a different way and your muscles in a different way than you would if your eyes were open. Something that we call proprioception, or scientists call it our sixth sense. It's our awareness of where our body is in space. When we close our eyes, we have to rely on more than just our sight to know where we are, and that can actually, practicing postures or balancing poses or any other exercise with eyes closed can actually help you improve that sense of where you are in space and your balance and your ability to find, your balance in a position. So, for instance, whenever people have injuries due to a fall, a lot of times physical therapists will work with them on balancing poses or different types of exercises blindfolded to strengthen that awareness of where their body is in space, that sense of proprioception. So it's just another way to strengthen your body and your mind. It's a completely different way to approach this practice. So just try it out and see what happens. All right, let's come back to downward facing dog. Back to that long, slow, deep breath. You're pressing your heels towards the mat. Root into your palms and your fingertips. Inhale, raise your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, soft landing. Turn your left heel down, root into both feet. Inhale, slowly rise up. Reach your arms over your head. Taking a little bit of a back bend here, coming into Warrior A, Virabhadrasana A. So you're lunging deep into that right knee. Keep the hips square, lift your heart. Then exhale, straighten your right leg and fold forward. Chest towards your right thigh into pyramid pose. As you lower your head towards your shin, feel an even deeper stretch through the right hamstring. And keeping your right hand on your right shin, or you can keep it on the mat if you're available to reach that far down. And then lift your left arm to the sky. So as you lengthen up through your fingertips, finding triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana, as you lift up and root down, finding this union of opposites here. Take one more breath. Exhale, release your left hand and step your right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left leg to the sky, lift it high. Deep breath, and then exhale, step it through. Soft landing. Turn the right heel down, root it to your feet. Inhale, slowly rise, reach your arms over your head. Warrior A on this side. Notice the difference you feel from one side to the other. Lifting your heart, lunging deep into that left knee, active and rooted, engaging, squeezing your thighs, thigh muscles tight to your bones. Exhale, straighten your left leg and fold. Pyramid pose. Deep stretch through the back of the left leg. Tuck your chin. Inhale, raise your right arm up. Open up through your right shoulder. Triangle pose on this side. Again, your hand can be on your shin here, or even on your thigh if you need to lift up a little higher. Just go as far as your body allows you to go without your chest turning inward and collapsing towards the floor. Take one more breath. Deep inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, release your right hand down and step your left foot back, downward facing dog. Take it on the right leg once again. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step through. Back heel turns down. Inhale, rise up. Warrior A, arms reach. Lunge deep. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Chest to thigh. Inhale, left hand to the sky, triangle pose, reach up. Exhale, release your left hand down. Begin to walk your hands to the middle, long side of your mat, turning that right foot inward. So you come into a wide leg forward fold here. Inhale, lift halfway and lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fold. Draw your head towards the floor. Now walk your hands back so your wrists are in line with your heels as best as you can. And press your palms into the floor to draw your head down. Bending the elbows and pushing into the mat, drawing your head towards the floor, getting that deep stretch through your inner thighs and your hamstrings. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, continue to walk your hands around towards your left foot, towards the back of your mat. Lower your right knee down. Wrap your left arm behind your back. As you inhale, reach your right arm towards the sky, taking a back bend with a twist into revolved half moon. So we have 3 halves, and this is your first half. Exhale, come into a half split, sending your hips back, chest over the thigh, or you can go into a full split here. Since we warmed up with a half split in our previous flow, if you want to go into a full split, you can slide that left leg forward and go all the way into your full split. That's an option. And then fold over that thigh. And then if you're in that full split, kind of wiggle that leg back in. Root into your left foot. Shift forward, lifting your right foot off the mat. Flex your right foot, stacking your hips. Keeping your left hand on the mat, or if you find that you're really struggling here, you can use something to help you support with this balancing pose. So maybe bending the knee a little bit, but if you can, maybe bring a block right there for your hand, or if you have a book, you can use a book. Just place that book there to help support you and to help you find balance. So block, book, pillow, whatever you got. And then from there, go ahead and raise your right arm to the sky. Finding half moon. So with this balancing pose, if you're gazing downward, it's going to be a little easier. If you look forward, it's going to be a little more challenging. And then if you look all the way up, it's really going to challenge your balance. So wherever your eyes go, that's where it's going to challenge you, especially if you close your eyes. Take one more breath. Exhale, release your right hand and right foot, step back, downward facing dog. You have the option to rest here, or you can go straight into that left side by lifting the left leg up. I'm just starting right away on the left leg. Exhale, step your left foot all the way up between your hands. Turn your back heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior A. Exhale, fold over your left leg, pyramid pose. Inhale, slow reach of the right arm to the sky, triangle. Exhale, release your right hand. And if you have that book or block, I would take it to the other side with you. Wide leg forward fold, walk to the middle. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. And you can walk those hands back and push down, or you can reach to the ankles or grab the toes, or even walking the hands underneath you. Just whatever feels good for you with your arms today. Take a breath or 2 or even 3 there. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, continue to walk around to the front of your mat, turning the right foot towards the front. Lower your left knee down. Wrap your right arm behind your back. Inhale your left arm up and over your head, taking that revolved half camel pose. So our first half here. Second half is your half splits. Or like I said before, you can go into that full split if you want to. You would just slide your right foot forward and find your full split, folding over that right leg. And then wiggle that foot in if you're in that full split, or just shift forward if you're in the half split. Get your support ready if you need it with that block or book. Shift forward, root into the right foot. Slowly raise your left foot off the floor. Stack your hips, and then begin to reach your left arm to the sky. Coming to that open half moon, balancing pose. Take 2 to 3 breaths here, long, deep breaths. And when you're ready, exhale, release the hands, and step the feet back. Downward facing dog, or start again right away on that right leg. Stay with your breath, long and deep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step through. Back heel down. Inhale, reach, warrior A. Exhale, fold, pyramid. Inhale, left hand high. Exhale, release, walk to the middle, long side. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk all the way around. Wrap the left arm behind. Inhale, right arm goes up, revolved half camel. Exhale, half or full splits. Third half is your half moon. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, stack the hips. Inhale, reach up through the right arm. 2 to 3 breaths here. Find your balance. Maybe close the eyes, see what happens. If you fall out of the pose, just come back to your breath and find the pose again. Exhale, release. Step back or start on that left leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step through. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right arm. Exhale to the middle, wide leg. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, walk around, lower the left knee. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, hips back, half or full split. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, root, stack the hips. Inhale, reach up through the left fingertips, half moon. Exhale, step back. Start on the right leg again and keep moving with your breath. Right leg up, breathe in deep. Exhale. Move at your own pace. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, half or full. Inhale. Exhale. Full breaths here. Find your balance. Maybe close your eyes. you're ready, start again. Left side. Move with your breath. Go your own pace here. Forget where you're going, it's okay. Just come back to your breath. And inhales are opening postures, lengthening postures. Exhales are closing in poses, contracting, folding. Take it one more time through on each side to the rhythm of your breath. Long, slow, and deep. As you're moving through these postures, you're observing your breath and you're observing the uncertainty of the pose, especially if your eyes are closed. Really happening to pay attention moment by moment. Each inhale and to each exhale, and to how you're feeling in each posture. That's what this practice teaches us, is how to be present through every single moment. You finish your flow, come into that resting pose. Come back to your breath, in and out through your nose, long, slow, and deep. You find that you're breathing through your mouth. Just take some time, try to come back to that breath in and out through your nose. That 3-part breath, belly, ribcage, and chest. Filling all the way to the top and then emptying all the way to the bottom. When you're breathing in this way, you're actually triggering your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the opposite of the fight or flight system. It's the rest and digest system. When you breathe these long, slow, deep breaths, it really calms your entire mind and body. And this is actually very similar to a technique that Navy SEALs use. It's like a 4-count breath in and out, long and deep and slow, to help with, stressful situations. So you're doing the same thing, just breathing long, slow, and deep in, filling to the top, and then exhaling and emptying all the way out to the bottom. Once you're back with your breath, find your way to your hands and your knees, coming to a tabletop position on your mat. And as you inhale, lengthen your right leg long behind you, flexing your foot, pressing through your heel, and then reach your left arm out in front of you. Finding your balance here, keeping your gaze towards the floor, neutral, pulling the belly in, reaching in opposite directions. Activate every muscle while still keeping that long, slow, deep breath. Notice any shakiness, any wobbliness, and know that that's okay. And slowly take your left arm out to the left side and your right leg out to the right side. And see what happens. See if you can keep your balance. Or if you come out of the pose, come back to your breath, find your way back to the pose. Inhale, lengthen back, reaching your left arm forward, your right leg back. Stay there. Bend your right knee. So you can take your left hand and reach to grab your right foot behind you. Press the top of your foot into your palm, taking this back bend, still balancing, still engaging the core. Stay with your breath long and deep. Your toes. Take another breath, lift a little higher. Exhale, release, but keep lifted. That left arm, right leg back. Reach it out. Hold here. 3 more breaths. Last inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release it down. Take a cat-cow stretch here. Round your back, tuck your belly, tuck your chin. Inhale, open your heart. Lift your chin. Exhale, round and tuck. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, find a neutral spine. So we're going to take it to the other side now. Left leg lengthens long behind you. Press through the heel and reach your right arm out in front of you. Once you got that balance, lengthen out. Pull the belly in. Keep your gaze neutral. Long, slow, deep breath. Should feel shaky here. When the muscles working against gravity, stay connected. Concentrating the mind on your breath, on the present moment. And slowly take the right arm out to the right, and the left leg out to the left. Engage and lift. Breathe. If you have to bend the knee, you can bend the knee. As high as you can. Pull the belly in. Inhale back to center. Reach long. Activate. Squeeze. Root down. And bending the left knee, reach your right hand back. See if you can make contact with that left foot. Press the top of your foot into your palm. Open up your heart. Such a nice stretch for the shoulder and the arm here. You're strengthening your back body and opening up and stretching through your front body here. Stay with your breath. Take one more breath and lift. Exhale, release, but keep it long. Right arm out in front, left leg back. Reach. Take 3 more breaths here. Long, deep breaths, not short, quick breaths. Flex your foot, squeeze. One more inhale, reach out. Exhale, release down. Come to child's pose, you earned it. Roll your wrists out, give them a little stretch. So you roll your wrists, come back to your breath. You can do a little wrist stretch here by taking the tops of your hands, gently pressing them on the mat, fingers facing you. Be very gentle with this stretch. And then going the opposite direction, palms flat. Still the fingers are facing you. Just the palms are flat, wrists are facing forward. And gently release another roll of the wrists here. And from this position, onto your hands and your knees, turn to the long side of your mat. So if you need to, with this next pose, you can roll up your mat. Kind of create some support for your knees here. Or if you have towels or blankets or something you want to use on your knees, you can do that. Just whatever works for your body. And you'll adjust as you need to here, so you'll take your knees as wide as you can. If you need to, bring that mat in a little closer or a little further out. Just depends on the flexibility in your hips. You want to go as wide as you can here into this frog pose. And your feet should be in line with your knees. So if your toes are touching, it's going to be more like a child's pose. You won't get as much of a stretch, or I want to say that, but it's more of an intense stretch into the hips and the inner thighs if your feet are as wide as your knees. So take those feet wide as you can, as wide as your knees, and then lower your chest down towards the floor. Go as far as you can, and once you get there, send your hips back a little bit, kind of creating a W shape with your legs and your bum. So as you lower your chest towards the floor, you can stay here on your forearms, or you might even need to stay up on your palms, and that's okay. Or if you need to bring your knees in a little bit, you should always be able to stay with your breath in any of the yoga poses that you do. So if your breath stops short and you're not able to breathe, or you're feeling excruciating pain, back off. Take it a step back. We want to find an edge in the pose, but not pain. So as you find that edge, go to that place where you feel a really intense, deep stretch, but you're still able to stay with your breath. And maybe that means you come onto your forearms. It might mean you come all the way down with your chest to the floor. We're going to hang out here with a more natural breath now. Slowing the breath down. Allowing your body to release into the pose. We've worked this entire practice on elongating, taking longer, deeper, slower breaths, calming the mind and the body down, focusing on the present moment. You have to work really hard to train the mind to be present in each moment, because so often our mind wants to take us to the future, thinking about things that we have no control over, making us anxious. or to the past, regretting things that already happened that we can't change. Lao Tzu says if you are depressed, you're in the past. If you are anxious, you're in the future. But if you're at peace, you're in the present. Focus your mind on the present moment, on this breath. Come out of this pose, slowly start to walk your hands back in. If your chest is on the mat, just come back up onto your forearms. You want to move very slowly and mindfully out of this posture. So you can either press up into your hands, nice and easy, and try to draw your feet back in a little bit. Gently walk your knees in. Send your hips back to your heels. Roll over onto one hip. Very slowly find your way onto your back. Take your time to get there. And once you're there, hug your knees into your chest and just take a little rock from side to side. It's a pretty intense pose, that frog pose, so don't feel like you have to rush here. Just notice what you feel. And then from here, release your feet onto the mat. Cross your right leg over your left leg. And slowly lower both knees to your left side. And turn your chin towards your right shoulder for a spinal twist. Inhale your knees to center. Exhale, release your right leg. Inhale your left leg and cross it over your right. And take both of your knees and lower them to the right side of your mat. And turn your chin towards your left shoulder. Stay with your breath. More natural breath now. Just keep observing your breath and your body sensations. Inhale your knees to center. Exhale, slowly release your legs out long onto your mat. Rest your arms at your sides. And allow your whole body to release as you take rest in Shavasana. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, you can slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your ankles and your wrists. Hug your knees to your chest. Rock from side to side on your back. Roll over onto one side. Rest there for just a few moments. Find your way to a seated position on your mat. With your hands at your heart center, take these last few moments of your practice to send out loving kindness and compassion towards yourself and others. May all beings everywhere be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free from pain and suffering. The light in me honors and bows to the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me on this Friday evening. I hope you have had a nice time and you feel more open and relaxed. Right. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Namaste.